This is an introduction to how to get off the burnout roller coaster. What do I mean by burnout roller coaster? It might look like this. For months or years, you might have developed the pattern of working nonstop on something that excites you. Then when it ends, you need a vacation because you are so physically and mentally exhausted that you can't do anything else except rest. By the time you return from that rest, you're ready to begin again. For a long time, that process works. But as the years pass by, you may find you need more time to recuperate. And once you're back at it, you don't have as much energy as you wanted. Finally, you might wake up one morning and not feel interested in what used to excite you. In fact, you might not feel interested in very much at all. That's the burnout roller coaster. High ups, low downs, until all there is blah. Hi, I'm Marianne Nichols. I'm a psychotherapist and coach who works with people, primarily women, who love to work, want to work, but are ending up feeling stressed, anxious, and exhausted. If you're familiar with that burnout roller coaster in your own life, you're not alone. I have personally experienced it, and for years, I got away with living that way until I couldn't. In my case, my body went on strike in a myriad of ways, and I knew I had to find another way to live. My friends, my doctor, they told me the only thing I could do was to slow down. I attempted to slow down, but here's what my slowing down looked like. I took up yoga and then a year-long instructor course where I ended up teaching yoga weekends while working during the week at an executive level job. At the same time, I went back to school to train as a psychotherapist. Then after 4 years of training, I hung out my shingle, seeing people after hours while during the week, I'm working at an executive level job and teaching yoga. I also began running marathons and practicing for them. The point is this: slowing down does not work for me. I love being busy. What I wanted to know is how I could honor who I was and retain my energy or even build on it every day. Are you like that? Does this resonate for you? I won't lie, it took me years of trial and error, but I did find a way for myself and for others like me to do exactly that. Basically, I incorporated 3 things into every day that supported me and sustained my energy: beginning well, focusing, and organizing. Okay, not romantic, not something seemingly new and exciting, probably something that you've heard before, but let's go through them because it might be different than you think. Beginning well. I have a routine that rarely varies. I'm sure you've heard of morning routines and that they're so important because they are. This routine is personal to me. Your routine may be quite different. It helps me begin my day well. For me, that means something spiritual and something quiet, like a meditation, having a coffee, going over what I want to do and accomplish in terms of my own overall intentions while I'm having my coffee. The point is, I begin the day well so that whatever happens during that day, I will always know that I began well. Focusing. What do I want for the day? What am I going to focus on today? What is truly important for me to be with or move towards today? Not tasks, not necessarily, unless they help me fill that intention. Every year on my birthday, I spend the day reviewing my intentions from last year to see how it went. And then I contemplate what I want for the coming year. I limit it to around 3, 1 family and relationships, 1 work related, and 1 about my health and well-being. At the start of every week, I make a to-do list. On that to-do list will be tasks for that week. But those tasks are needed, yes, but if those tasks are not in line with my 3 intentions, then they get removed. my focus is my intentions and only my intentions. For instance, to feel healthy and well, I need to eat well. So making sure I have healthy food that week is important. Groceries on the list. To do the best I can in helping my clients is in some way or other always on my list of 3 intentions. If what I have planned is not in line with that, off it goes. You get what I mean? Anything that doesn't fulfill my intentions does not belong on my list. Organizing. My weekly to-do list. If something is not on that list, it does not exist for me. I have many calendars and they are all supposedly synced to a master calendar, which guides me in filling my weekly to-do list. My client and business appointments, things I want to do with friends and family, what I'm doing to maintain my health, all aligned with my focus for that year and with my intentions. Every morning, I review the day ahead. Every evening, I review how that day went and what I learned. It takes like a few seconds or minutes. That's it. And when I do that review, I learn some surprising things that are well worth learning. Beginning well, focusing, organizing. Sounds simple, too simple. Yes, there's a lot more to making this work, but basically it does boil down to those 3 things. And oh yes, feeling confident that I am on the right track and that I am worth it. If you want more on this topic, please do watch my videos on how to love what you do without burning out. Thank you for listening.